Good evening and welcome. This is TVC News Politics on Sunday. We are reaching you live from Abuja, the federal capital. I am Femi Akonde. President Bola Tinubu's tax reform bills are still generating interest and dominating conversations in the country. Despite the prospects of this bill and the now seeming setback, the spotlight will now be on the National Assembly. But it's unclear what will be the fate of a bill that the presidency says will create efficiency and enhance productivity in Nigeria's tax administration. On the program last week, we had the chairman, Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Musa Sani Mohammed, who will play a crucial role in legislating on the proposed tax reforms bill. Here is what he had to say.
Studying it, and I believe that what is encompassed in it is something that Nigerians at the end of the day will appreciate, because it will reduce reliance on oil revenue. It will create avenue for us to look at other sectors of the economy like agriculture to boost our tax collection.
But on Monday, the Northern Governors Forum raised concerns about certain aspects of the bill, expressing their opposition to the new derivation-based model for value-added tax distribution and the new tax reform bills before the National Assembly. And on Thursday, the National Economic Council advised President Bola Tinubu to withdraw the bill.
So Council therefore recommend the need to withdraw the bill currently before the National Assembly on tax reforms.
But President Bola Tinubu has referred them to the National Assembly, where this bill will be deliberated and considered. He says their participation in the process will give them an opportunity to make inputs and amend this legislation. On the program today, our discussion will be from a broader economic perspective and a political angle. My guest is the Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Communication and Orientation, Mr. Sunday Dari. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Femi, for having me.
Yes, he was also a Minister of Sports and Youth Development in President Buhari's administration until that tenure expired on the 29th of May last year. Yes, let's quickly talk about these tax reform bills. We know that President Bola Tinubu has asked them to ask governors and those who are interested in maybe reforming or reworking the bill should go to the National Assembly. But how important is this bill now for economic growth and in driving President Bola Tinubu's economic agenda?
I think it's absolutely important, because when you look at the 4 bills right now at the National Assembly, and they are just bills, they're not acts yet.
Indeed.
That means there's still an opening to have conversations around the bills. Take out some things, readjust certain elements of it, and bring it back. I think it's a remarkable bill. Remarkable. And it's critical for the reforms, the larger reforms in various sectors that the president is working on. When you look at the Nigerian tax bill, the overall bill, you look at the joint tax bill, you look at that for revenue, then you look at the tax administration. Those are the 4 bills before the National Assembly. The president's preference is to have a de jure approach to it, not a de facto. Because if you do it outside of the legislature, then you must have contravened Nigeria's constitution. So being a president that understands the law and the constitution says it's already there. Let's have the representatives of the people from across the country, 360 plus. Let them deliberate on it. What also happens? People, the governors, Nigerians can send in whatever comments they have, whatever deviations they have, and then that can be processed. And I think that is the best way. The president has not said, oh, the tax bill will be withdrawn. He says, let it go through that process. And I think that's the way to go, the jury way, according to the Constitution.
Yeah, some people have said it's a very clever way to wriggle out of...
No, but let me also know that I think it's the right way to go, because any other path will bring crisis. That's one. 2, when you look at the tax very well, you mentioned about, bringing about justice and fairness, about, efficiency in tax administration. It also targets posterity, not poverty. Look at the revenue tax, for instance. You can keep 100% of the taxes within your domain. You understand? That brings about control of your taxes, but also a level of responsibility at the level of the state. So when you look at it, I can reel out several features of that tax. I think what's important is that everyone should work with the experts you have, even at the level of state governors, and go through, because, like I said, it's a remarkable document, and Nigeria has arrived at a junction that you must look at its taxes. When you look at several other countries, they have tax reforms. America, for instance, never, on a continuous basis, that happens. I think we're at that point now, and we must all hunker down and support Mr. President in this process.
Yeah, before these tax reform bills, Nigerians have also been complaining